and also write letters back and forth. And it was in these communications with Rod that Heather would say that her parents were horrible to her and that they were abusive, that she wanted to run away and be with Rod. So in November of 1996, 16-year-old Rod and his vampire clan, 19-year-old Dana, 17-year-old Scott, and 16-year-old Charity drove 12 hours to Florida to rescue Heather. When they made it to Florida, the clan of vampires met Heather in a graveyard at night, where they turned 15-year-old Heather into a vampire by having her drink Rod's blood. The two boys, Rod and Scott, then went to Heather's parents' house. The plan was allegedly just to steal Heather's parents' car. Instead, Rod and Scott broke into her family's home, and then 16-year-old Rod brutally killed Heather's parents, Richard and Ruth, with a crowbar. And it was Heather's 17-year-old sister that discovered her parents' bodies. Afterwards, the 5 vampires all fled in Heather's parents' car, but they were arrested 4 days later. Originally, Rod said that they were all innocent and said that it was a rival vampire clan that killed Heather's parents. Heather claimed that she had no idea that Rod was going to kill her parents and that she was totally innocent. And Heather was never charged with her parents' death. She was released immediately, free to walk amongst us, which has been a very controversial take. A lot of people don't believe that she's innocent and that she knew her parents were going to die, including her own sister. 16-year-old Charity Racy received 10 years in prison and was released in 2006. 19-year-old Dana Cooper received 17 years in prison and was released in 2011. 17-year-old Scott Anderson pled guilty and received life in prison, but that was later reduced to 40 years in prison, and he will be eligible for parole in 2031, which is not that far away, and if he is released, he will be 51 years old. Rod ultimately pled guilty as well, and despite being only 16 years old when the murders happened, he was sentenced to the death penalty, being the youngest person at the time on death row. But 22 years later, his sentence was reduced to life in prison. Though in 2020, Rod tried to get his sentence reduced again. He thought it was unfair that he'll be in prison for the rest of his life because he was a minor at the time. This was denied. And then Roderick Rod Farrell got married while behind bars in 2023. I thought this was really interesting. During Rod's trial, the same judge that ultimately sentenced him to death said that he felt like Rod's family failed him and that his mother deserved to be on trial as well. So definitely let me know all your thoughts on this case. Have you guys even never heard of this case? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. And while you're there, please let me know what case you want to see me cover next. Thank you to everyone that suggested I covered today's case. Please be a good person to your fellow person. I will see you guys next time in my next video.